Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video saying that life can be really confusing sometimes, like regarding things socially, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, um, existentially, intellectually, like financially, everything can be confusing and hard, and sometimes it just seems like you don't want to do anything really. I get that a lot. Because if I can explain what I go through, um, I have I have a diagnosis of schizoaffective disorder, and I've been diagnosed schizophrenia in the past, like off and on between the two, since 2015 when I was 21. I'm now turning 29 next month, and I deal with psychic attacks, which, if you don't know what that is, like, it's hallucinations basically. But I do sometimes prefer the term psychic attack because it is a psychic ability. I'm experiencing visions and tactile psychic feelings and basically like intrusive thoughts, images in my head that are like really disgusting. I have a spirit attachment. I hear voices that irritate the shit out of me, and I also have social phobia, anxiety. Um, I deal with depression on and off. Sometimes I have mood swings. I have like a little bit of everything, really. But something else I should say is that I'm on disability, and that's how I'm making money right now. I live with my parents, and I think in a few years I might get Section 8 housing so I can live on my own. Because I am getting older, and my parents aren't going to be around forever, so eventually I'm going to have to find my own place. But luckily in society, there's good things there, so like, like to have Section 8 housing and food stamps and things like that. Because something um, that troubles me sometimes is kind of like an existential thought. I have a lot of thoughts like I think there is a God or some kind of higher consciousness that overlooks everything, and I feel an impulse to pray to this God a lot. It's not because I think it's right mentally or because I think it's gonna help me. It's like an impulse. But I guess in turn I do think it is gonna help me, whether or not it actually does. I'm sorry. But I have seen results from praying at time to time. Sometimes when I pray, I get relieved. I always pray to remove the spirit attachment, and I do. I have experience in the past where the moment I prayed or like a few moments after, they just get like smushed. Like I can kind of feel it. They kind of just become distant and they disappear. But then there's times more recently where I'll keep praying, but then nothing happens. And I don't know if it's God testing me or if it's anything like that. Like I don't know God's intentions. I get intuitive messages, which I don't know what they're from, but they claim to be God. But again, I don't actually know that that's God. For all I know, it could be a spirit imposter. It could be just my own subconscious mind. I don't know anything about life. And this is like the existential stuff I deal with because I tend to obsess about it a lot. And but the point of this video is that I'm saying life can seem confusing or hard or just like you're really stuck in life, and sometimes it seems like people get better from these things just out of sheer luck. Like the universe is just on their side and they just heal from these things. But other people can put in the work their entire lives and not see any results. Other people like me don't always have the will to put in so much work and would rather just focus on what they're grateful for. Because like I don't do much throughout the day, and I kind of just like watch um, Amazon Prime. I listen to music. I watch Twitch streams. I talk to my parents. I used to have a volunteer job, but they just closed now at the Crystal Shop. My boss went bankrupt. But it's like you don't have like all this. You don't have absolute control over your life and the things that happen to you. Yes, to some degree, you can control how you respond to them. But with some people, I can see even in like people that I know in my life, they don't have the self-awareness to be able to respond. And even if you talk to them, they take it as like a personal attack and they just react to it. Like if and when I say talk to them, I mean like if you try to bring up, hey, do you want to be more like self-conscious and not be like aware of your thoughts and feelings and your reactions and not like take it out on others, but they won't do that because they're not built with that self-awareness. What I'm trying to say is that it's as if it's not even their fault. They're just built that way and you can't change other people. That's just how it is. So in other words, they can't control their how they respond. But this is what I'm saying, like these things, like we get so confused in life and life gets so difficult sometimes. But if there's anything you can do, it's be kind to others. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe certain people just don't have it in them. They're just not built that way to be kind to others. But if you're watching this video, you probably are on that wavelength of like being more spiritual and um being more like open to things, and maybe you do have that self-awareness to realize that like yeah, life is difficult, life is confusing, but I can do one thing each day to be kind to others. And for me, my kindness of the day was driving my mom to work this morning. And now I'm making this video, um, just shedding some light on these things to people. Even if this only gets like 2 views for those 2 people, you know? Because I was just thinking, like, I keep dealing with these psychic attacks, and it's not getting any better. Sometimes it seems like it's even getting worse. But when I die, let's pretend that there is a God, or even if there is no God, like, what if there's like devas or angels that will judge you based on how you lived your life? I want to die knowing that I struggled so fucking hard with these psychic attacks and stuff like that, and that I dealt with these social phobia feelings that I just could not control whatsoever. Like, I can't, like, I can go out, but I can't, like, make deep connections all the time. It's difficult. Sometimes I can, but it's difficult. And if I can at least die knowing that despite these feelings and thoughts that I can't control and these psychic attacks, spirit attachments, if I just know that I did one good thing almost every day that I lived, then I can at least say to these angels or God, like, look, yeah, like, this world wasn't always very kind to me, and I had a lot of problems. And maybe it's not even the world that's unkind to me. Maybe it's just nature, how my biochemical makeup is. Maybe I made some mistakes that may not necessarily be my fault, but I made those mistakes. And I reaped karma, if you want to call that, or just cause and effect. But it became so drastic that it, like, pretty much destroyed my life. Whether it's karma or not, or just sheer sheer happening. Like, I just happened to have these unfortunate situations and things inside of me. But I just want to die knowing, look, I did something, one kind thing every day, almost every day. You know? Even if that doesn't happen, just in the moment when I die, I can just be like, alright, I did the best I could, you know? I wasn't perfect, definitely not. But I tried to do the best I could with what I was experiencing. And that could be making YouTube videos, donating food to a church or a pantry, or just telling a stranger they look good today. Not even like you're trying to hit on a girl or anything like that, but like, maybe you don't have to say that, but like, just say like, oh, that's a really cool hat you're wearing. I like your hair. Or you seem like a really nice person. Because, those things go a long way. And I think that's the way, if there is a God, that's the way God intended people to live. Is just be kind to others and not like cause problems and, yeah, just stuff like that. So yeah, I want to make videos more often because I kind of see it as like my life's purpose. Because I used to think that a life's purpose had to mean that you have a job that you're passionate about, and that's how you make money, and it's ultimately your life's mission. But I can't do that. I can't stay focused on one thing like that for an extended period of time because it just eats me up inside. And it just like, it just destroys me. And that's why they make things like disability, because there's people that are going through this, whether they think it's spiritual or not. Like, they are going through these things and they're not able to work full-time jobs and things like that. So yeah, just do one kind thing every day, almost every day, as often as you can. And it can be as simple as telling a stranger that they're awesome, or giving a tip at Starbucks. Starbucks. Mango dragon fruit refresher. Give a tip. They work hard. And something about Starbucks is that apparently I went there. I go there, maybe like 2 or 3 days out of the week, and the kid working there was really friendly. And he told me that people on TikTok are exploding with these things like bashing Starbucks because they suggest a tip when you pay with a card. You don't have to tip. That's not what they're saying. But they feel personally attacked, so I'm like, oh, whatever, fuck them. But I can leave a tip because I want to leave a tip. It doesn't matter whether they ask or not, or suggest. Because I think their refreshers, those fruit drinks, are good. I think the kid is really friendly working there. I think they work hard because they deal with a lot of customers. Maybe they deserve a tip. Doesn't matter whether they suggest it or not. And that leaves something good on your end. And that's probably, I don't know if that's more important than actually leaving the tip, or if it's because it's like something good on your end. But yeah. So just leave a tip and, just be kind to others. Don't start fights, verbal or fist fights. Try to keep the peace and mind your own business. Help others when you can. And just do things like that. Yeah. Peace.